Hey everybody, David here. Today we're going to talk SD cards. I just purchased this card on Amazon. I'll post a link below so you can check it out. But I just wanted to do a quick little unboxing, and then I want to kind of go over some of the information on the cards just so you'll know what to look for. I found that Lexar, the SD cards they really work well. So that's the reason for the purchase. I've used the SanDisk cards probably for about 5 years now, and just switching over to Lexar. So the SanDisk Extreme Pro cards, they're good cards, but I just started looking, and there's always kind of a competition between the two brands as far as how much they cost and what they offer. And I just found that Lexar, at this point, they offer more, and they're generally a little bit cheaper. So let's go ahead and take a look at this card. I see they have changed the color of these cards. They used to be a different color. It used to be more of a gold color. So that's pretty interesting. So this is the card, just basic information here, but I do want to go over some things just so you kind of know what to look for when you're purchasing a card. So this is a Class 10 card, and the reason that I know that is there is a C. I'll try to see if I can hold this and point to it, but there's a C right there, right where my finger is. There's a C with a 10 around it. So hopefully I can get that in the camera there. But so it's a Class 10 card, which is what you're looking for. The other thing that I like to look for on the card is the megabytes. So up here, 150 megabytes per second. So that's very important because that's your read-write speed. So the higher that number, the better, as long as it says 150 with a capital M and a capital B. So look at that as well. And then the SDXC, that's just the type of card that it is. They all, I mean, the main thing is you want to know the speed, and you want to know if it's a Class 10 card. And then of course you want to know how much space the card has on it. This is a 64 gigabyte card, which this will get me through a wedding easily. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't want anything that's, some people like to do I'll get the 8 gig cards, and I'll have a variety of different cards that I use throughout the wedding. I'm really not into that. I mean, it does have, their reasoning behind it is if one of the cards fails, at least I have information on some of the other cards that I can use. Well, honestly, I've never had a card fail, and if a card does fail, you can always get that recovered, as long as you're not deleting. I mean, if you delete it, then that's a whole different situation. But if a card fails for whatever reason, for the most part, you can get the information back. And Lexar does have a program where they will, if you send the card back to them, they will go ahead and recover the information on the card and then send you another card. So that's a pretty neat program. So that's what you're looking for there. 64 gigs, 150 megabytes, and you want the Class 10 card. The other information on the card is not like, it's okay to have, but it's not, it's not going to kill me if I don't have that other stuff. And like the U3, the 2 there, all that information, to me, I don't really look at that kind of stuff. But basically you just want to know how much space you're going to have on the card, how fast the card writes, and is it a Class 10. So I just want to show you too, there are different cards. This is another Lexar card, but this one isn't as fast. It's a Class 4, and it's an 8 gig card. So just so you can see, so this is a lot slower. It doesn't even have read-write speed, because Class 4 is the actual speed of the card. Other cards, here's a SanDisk card, and this is the SanDisk Ultra, and this is a Class 10 card, 40 megabytes per second, just to kind of give you an idea. They have different cards, different speeds. They're all different. The price range is different on all of them. And here's an Extreme. Now SanDisk has an Extreme Pro. That's the one that I use. So I'll use Extreme Pros and I'll use the Lexars. But this is a Class 10 card, 45 megabytes per second. One thing I do want to mention too, just about both of these cards, I shopped around for SanDisk and the Lexars, and as I stated earlier in this video, the Lexar cards, for what you get, 150 megabytes per second, the card that's comparable to this as far as price range on the SanDisk side is the Extreme Pro, and it is a 95 megabytes. So you get almost twice the amount of megabytes on this card as you do on the SanDisk Extreme Pro. So just something to think about before you purchase a card. This is going to give you really fast read-write times as far as speed, and you're not going to have that same experience with the SanDisk card for the same price. So that's all I have for you guys today. Just wanted to unbox this really quick and show you a little bit about the SD cards. Also on the back too, the newer model cards, they have these extra little slots, as you can see. So that's just newer technology, and the card is more compatible with other devices. So just something to think about too. Now these are always backwards compatible, so you can use this on all of your equipment, your camera equipment, stuff like that. But just interesting to know that they do have a little more compatibility with this camera or with this card. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and let me know what type of SD cards you use. All right, talk to you later. Bye.